Coming up this week on the OK Bloomer podcast.
Nick is just staring at her as she's walking by, and Blossom asks if she has any schmutz on her face. And then he just he comments about how much she's grown up. Nick is dressed up for a date tonight.
Yeah, she's pretty grown up if she's walking around the house with schmutz on her face, I'd say. Girl, go clean yourself up. What's schmutz?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's look up the definition.
I'm afraid to. I'm on my work computer. I'm not looking up schmutz on the face. You're about to have horrible flashbacks of telling everybody they have schmutz on their face for the last 10 years of your life, Sal.
Oh no, what have I done? That's why Curtis and I don't work together anymore.
Too much schmutz, too many faces.
The definition of schmutz is dirt or a similar unpleasant substance. You can take it however you like. All right.
Apparently Blossom did.
Jesus, man.
Don't know about the future. Don't.
They don't care about the future, because they live it in the past. Sal and Curtis are taking all 5 seasons of Blossom to task. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll be weak in the knees. This show's got more range than this on the keys. Only gal in the house, and that's how she goes. One brother was a junkie, and the other one was. Weekly lessons coming fast in the Russo flat. Blossom's teenage girl problems are as big as her hat. So take your opinionations and make them shine. It's the OK Bloomer podcast, and it's about damn time.
Don't know.
Oh.
Don't know.
You're watching another episode of the OK Bloomer podcast here on the Dufferin Avenue Media Network, the show with more views than a 2010 Jenna Von Oy photo shoot, more followers than Jim Jones, Sal Accardo. What's up? We are rocking and rolling this week once again. We are kicking ass in alphabetical order, so we're going to need some names, folks. The podcast people pretend they don't like, but we know the truth. You know the truth. You need this. God. You need this podcast, right?
Yeah.
And I'm tired of pretending
what would the world be doing without this?
It's exhausting. The mental gymnastics you must do to hate what we're doing is just exhausting. Exhausting. Take a break and just be happy. Good vibes. 90s life. Hashtag 1993, correct? We're in 93
That
now?
is right.
Correct. Amazing.
I don't see what's not to like. We're talking the 90s. We're drinking some beers. Just two dudes hanging out.
Right?
You know what I mean?
This or football. And old episodes of Blossom are going to win every single time.
Obviously.
They're a field goal, if you ask me. I mean, the fact that we drink out of our stolen Rolling Rock cups is also pretty badass. I think that gives this show a lot of street cred, you know?
Sure.
And I love that shirt, Sal. Holy that is a tour de force.
Right?
I love that.
I busted this one out. I haven't worn it since my honeymoon.
Nice. Yeah, that's like, it's like if Florida was a shirt, it's that. And I love it.
Exactly. That's exactly why I bought it. I love it.
Where else are you going to wear that? It's like my fireworks shirt. I have a shirt that I think I wore it once here, and it's fireworks. You better God believe I wear that every time we go to Disney, which is often.
Yeah. All right, man. So this is season 3, episode 16. So this is our Austin 316 episode. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you're not down with Blossom. Oh wait, no, that's DX. Damn it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get it.
If you want to see a couple drunk ass talking about 1993's Blossom, give me a hell yeah.
Are we ever gonna quit doing what we do?
What?
I love his podcast. What? His podcast where they get his sponsors. His sponsor reads are the best. He's like,
oh yeah.
You ever out hunting a damn buck and you get the munchies? That's why I get my snacks in the mail, son. Get your snacks in the mail. You ain't going to Walmart. You get your snacks in the mail. When you're out hunting, a buck.
Oh my God. I can just picture that. Austin reading anything is just amazing. It's just amazing.
What are you going to get in your car and go to the grocery store like a little No, you get your snacks in the mail. You SOB. you.
Oh, that's great.
So good.
This podcast is sponsored by HelloFresh. What? I'm talking HelloFresh. What?
You got your leaves. What? You got your onions. What? Got your tomatoes. What? You put it all together in the fucking bowl. It's healthy as shit. What? Put your beady little eyes on that bowl, son. That's where health starts. What? Can we just
Eat
do
the
this the whole
salad,
episode?
washing it down with a couple damn Steve Weisers. Oh, hell yeah.
You want to see me kick this salad's ass? Give me a oh hell yeah. I'm sounding more just like an old man. I'm sounding like Grandpa Simpson and Stone Cold.
That's pretty good, though, too.
It's okay, man. Good.
All right.
All right. Happy 316. It's also Sweet 16, I guess. And I was
I
like,
guess
time
that's
is that like, time is on our side. Yes, it is. Which is a great song. Whichever version you want. The Stones or the cover that's on the 6 Feet Under soundtrack. Both 10 out of 10. They're both
That's high praise.
3 out of 16, son. You come back here and you call yourself gorilla, but you hee-haw like a jackass.
Oh, dude, you know how to pop me every time. The Stone Cold impression, that's it.
Kids today have no idea. Like,
Ah,
you talk about the transition wrestling went through in 1996 and 97, and it's something that can never be replicated, and you had to be of that certain age. Because it was goofy kid and then overnight, like Stone Cold made it TV 14. And your parents
Yeah.
had no idea, you know?
No.
They're like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm watching wrestling. And they think like Honky Tonk Man and Stone Cold, and it's like
Yeah.
half-naked women getting pile-driven and Stone Cold giving everybody the middle finger and beating the shit out of his boss. It was like, the saddest part was when people realized what wrestling actually had become and like tried to kill all the fun. But those couple years there before there were eyeballs on it, before people had their beady little eyes on it, it was just the greatest. When they were getting away with everything.
Right.
Yep.
Agreed. We flew too close to the sun with that one.
We definitely did, and we're better for it.
All right, man. So this is episode 316. Why don't you take it away there, Phenom?
Season 3, episode 16, Time, directed by Bill Bixby, written by Don Rio. First aired on January 11th, 1993 to 21.8 million viewers. Disney Plus says Blossom reflects back on her first schoolgirl crush. IMDb says Blossom and Six reflect on how quickly they have grown up. TVDB says Blossom and Six ponder the passage of time. And I wish it stopped there, but there's more. Joey's too nervous to open a college letter of acceptance. Anthony pops the question to Rhonda. Nick learns his date comes with strings attached.
Oh god, these are so lazy. Like,
Yeah.
there's no hooks, you know? Like, I feel like it's more you two, Phenom and Sal here, that put together the like written teases for our OK Bloomer episodes. And I can guarantee you, one episode between the two of you, there's more thought than the entire IMDb page of Blossom 5 season, like, episode synopsises. Like, nothing about that sounds fun. Why would you read that and be like, shit, I gotta drop everything, kids. We gotta watch this episode. It's like the dullest description ever. It's thumbs down.
Yeah.
Something we used to really harp on. And I feel like we need to start being more hands-on on how we can't just let it wash over us, the mediocrity. We have to call these people out because, like, are there no Blossom fans out there that could do a better job? Like, we should at this point, honestly, like, copy and paste our bios or our episode and put them on like Wikipedia, right? Because we have the power to do that. We should just make a day of it and just copy and paste what you guys write and put it on the IMDb per episode. It'd probably get more views. People would be like, oh, I want to see this. Blossom gets drunk and wakes up naked in a frat boy's bed. Like, who doesn't want to see that on a 1992 episode of Blossom? Like, where is that going to go, right?
Yeah, you are correct. All right, well.
I'm fired up about this.
I can tell.
There was an update from last week, too, Phenom, that we forgot. You were doing some research on Susie, my girl.
I was looking into Susan Tenney a little bit. I try to look into any writers that I don't immediately recognize the name of when I'm putting together the intros. So Susan Tenney wrote season 2, episode 14, and then see the last episode we did and never worked on the show again. She's mostly credited as Sue Tenney, and the thing that she's most known for today is for a TV show called Virgin River, which she is the main writer and executive producer of, and it is still ongoing, 2019 to 2026.
Nice. I will use that as a segue. Because what's the opposite of Virgin River? Nick Russo. And we start with Nick Russo ransacking his kitchen. He's frantically looking for something. And at first I wonder if it's a condom. And then I remember Nick Russo doesn't use condoms. And then I wonder if I've used that joke before. And I feel like I have. But it's fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
I love repetition, right?
Well, they recycle jokes on this show, too.
We
so why can't we?
Why
can't we?
Off. We're
Yeah.
off. Nick can't find his hammer. Joey Lawrence has some lines, and I feel like it's been a while since we've had like a Joey episode, right?
Yeah,
It's been
you
a
are
while.
correct.
Yeah.
He was barely in the USO one or the Army one a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
He hasn't really had like we haven't really had like a Joey centric storyline for a little bit.
And he wasn't
They're
in
taking a
last
breather.
week's episode very much, but he was in Tracy.
He certainly was. He must have liked going to work that day. So Joey lost Nick's hammer. He yells for Joey, and he's like right behind him when he does it. Joey starts to tell a story about how he was looking for a sneaker, and then he found it. It was in his locker at school with his other one. But Nick is trying to put up a bulletin board in the kitchen to remind everyone to put things back where they belong. And then Joey puts the hammer back in the pots and pans cupboard where he left it the first time that Nick couldn't find it. And that's the cold open.
I said, cold open is fine. It's not really funny, but it's not terrible either. And Joey Lawrence makes it work.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
Okay, I won't do the breathe in this thing that you called me out last time. Okay.
Oh, come on. You can
Ready?
yeah.
Ready for it? Ready for it,
Yeah.
Phenom?
Yep.
The intro asks if I want to skip it, and
I do not.
there. I did the Jim Jones thing.
Nice.
I don't know if he does that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he actually did that. But
That's like a Shawn Michaels thing. You were doing
Yes.
You were doing the Rock last time. Now you're doing Shawn Michaels. You got to like change it up every time.
Okay, I'll do
There you
different. That'll be
Yeah.
for 10
You'd be like the
for 10
Undertaker in
OK
this.
Bloomer points in the comments. Leave what wrestler I'm lampooning this week.
You can play along at home. All right, so we get Corel draw. Nick is at the piano composing with his ridiculous mullet. Blossom comes down the stairs looking like she's going to a wedding.
What's she wearing, Sal? What's she wearing?
I mean, I didn't quite track it. She was way overdressed.
She is
for
wearing
scene.
the dress she's wearing in the intro when she's dancing with Joey Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe they shot it on the same day.
Yeah.
Nick is just staring at her as she's walking by, and Blossom asks if she has any schmutz on her face. And then he just he comments about how much she's grown up. Nick is dressed up for a date
Yeah,
tonight.
she's pretty grown up if she's walking around the house with schmutz on her face, I'd say. Girl, go clean yourself up.
It's a common thing. It's a common phrase.
Schmutz? Really? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What's schmutz?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's look up the definition.
I'm afraid to. I'm on my work computer. I'm not looking up schmutz on the face.
Schmutz is
Someone's
dirt
about
or
to be
a-
really. You're about to have horrible flashbacks of telling everybody they have schmutz on their face for the last 10 years of your life, Sal.
Oh no! What have I done? What has this world come to? Schmutz.
That's why I got fired from my job the last 6 times.
That's why Curtis and I don't work together anymore.
Too much schmutz, too many faces.
The definition of schmutz is dirt or a similar unpleasant substance. You can take it however you like. All right.
Apparently, Blossom did.
Jesus, man. Yeah. So
All right.
Nick is dressed up. He's going on a date tonight with Carol. He's going to her place. Blossom says it could be a trap talking about murder. Nick says he hopes so. talking about sex. He asks what she's doing tonight while he's away. Six is coming to stay over. And I still wonder why Blossom is way overdressed for that scenario.
It's a tell for something that I feel like we're going to get to, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got for that scene.
This is a Don Rio episode. And I said this tracks because I could sense that coming a mile away, that he was going to grab the writing reins this week after last week where Susan knocked it out of the park. Because that's what we do, right? He writes some crap, and then he takes a week off because I don't know if he's lazy or whatever, and he gets a guest writer to come in, and they have an absolute home run, and then he has to like jump back in and do damage control and be like, no, the show's not supposed to be this good, you guys. We gotta put women and celebrities in their place. That's the point of this show. We gotta make fun of women on a show called Blossom about a teenage girl, and we have to take shots of Suzanne, Barbara Walters, and everyone else. And all right, Suzanne, so know your place. Because he thinks that's what this project should be, despite the feedback from everyone that owns a TV in 1993. So Carol invites.
It's just his revenge against everybody who wronged him in the TV industry over the previous 20 years.
Totally. And when you say it like that, I'm so on board with that.
You're all of a sudden on Team Rio.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Team Rio. He's just listening to his 60s vinyls and stewing in his basement. He's making that list like Steve Buscemi and Billy Madison. He's just making that list on his wall and putting on lipstick. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Carol invites Nick.
You're totally. We gotta cut that out.
What?
Yeah.
So Carol invites Nick to her place, and Six is spending the night with Blossom at their house, but something's up. Someone's lying to someone, because this is unnecessary dialogue.
Correct.
Now Anthony, he's making a sandwich, because that's what happens in the Russo house. Everyone's always making a goddamn
sandwiches in that
always
kitchen.
making a sandwich.
Yeah.
And Joey is back trying to figure out if he wants to go to university or not, or where he's going to go to university. I mean, he got a letter from one of the places he applied, and Tony says,
so he wants to go to Arizona to play baseball, which is his first choice. And then he says his backup options are either to kill himself or go to Texas Tech.
I mean, that's always one backup option.
I suppose.
I mean, technically, that was one of my options this morning before I came here. I was like,
sure. Yeah. Hey, are you Vinny juggling some balls there or what?
Call back to 2 episodes ago where
good
Vinny
stuff.
showed us how he juggles balls. Very odd.
All right, take it away, Curtis.
So Tony's like, well, I'll open it and read it. And Joey goes, no way, because you're bad luck, which is hilarious and accurate, right?
Yeah.
And I said, all right, Rio, you got that one. That was pretty good, because Anthony is 100% bad luck. But then Anthony is also packing a picnic basket, like a real picnic basket. I had no idea they actually made picnic baskets that look like that. I've only seen ones like that in Yogi Bear.
It's true.
It's
true.
I'd never seen an actual picnic basket like that. Okay.
There you go.
He says he's going to the drive-in with Rhonda, and he's just a paramedic, so he can't afford food. That's why he's packing a picnic basket.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, Joey just goes, people have sex in their cars at drive-ins. And Anthony says, not us. We're going to have sex on the roof.
Yeah.
What is happening?
This this whole exchange.
Joey goes,
so
whoa. Go. I feel like I missed a lot, but it was...
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Yeah, he gets Joey to say whoa, and then Tony says nobody will see them because they'll all be watching a movie or having sex in their cars. And I kind of freeze it at this point, and Joey's face here is just hilarious because he's like so invested in this story. And then Tony basically is just like, you're a gullible idiot. This is why you should go to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good. I really loved it. Joey Lawrence, right? Pulling that scene off, just making it sing. Okay, upstairs, Sal, let me have it. The girls are dancing. When Jenna Von Oy's dancing. Mayim is doing whatever Mayim does when the script says she needs to dance. And they all
poor Mayim.
fall down at the end. And they go to the
Yeah,
famous...
they fall over. They're laughing so hard.
And then we go to the famous Don Rio mounted camera on the ceiling shot. He's a big fan of that, I hear. Because they're lying on their back, and there's suddenly a camera on the ceiling pointing down at the girls, which, yeah. I'm sure the night before Rio was like, I'm packing that one up tomorrow morning and bringing it to work. We need the ceiling cam, right? They talk about growing up, and Six asks, if you're old, or when you're old, if it feels like your entire life has just flashed by. And yes, Six, it does.
True story. They're
You're
talking
young
about how life...
One day you're young and spry and working at a cable television studio, and the next you're doing a down Blossom podcast. Six, okay? Okay, you think life comes at you fast?
Yeah, right? They're talking about how life goes by in the blink of an eye. Blossom says, except for the time that you spend watching Martin Short movies. That's endless. So I guess take that, Martin Short.
Yeah. You're on Rio's list this week, Short.
Yeah. They start ripping on Fred Savage for getting old. Six says she still wants to jump his bones. And then Blossom says that if she makes out with him, she'll hear a voiceover talking over them while they're in bed, which I thought was semi-funny, I guess.
That was really funny. There's a lot of moving parts to that joke. Like, you got to understand Wonder Years and Fred Savage, and he's old. But yeah, it was a little jarring saying Six would still jump his bones.
Yeah, it was. It totally was. I mean, totally checks out for the Six character, but yeah, it was. It did stand out quite a bit. This is where I was like, what is happening? This is a Rio episode, and I am digging it. When are the wheels going to come off? Because I'm having a lot of fun, even though I'm like, the guard's up, right? It's like, he's going to f*** it up somehow. Like, this can't be allowed to continue this way at this level of writing and comedy. Well, I'd like to hear your opinion on whether or not he f*** this up, because they start talking about William Zimmerman, and here comes a clip show, Curtis, or a sort of clip show. So it's flashback to an episode that we have never seen, and it's a visibly younger Blossom and Six. And I'm assuming that this is the unaired pilot that we haven't seen of the show.
Oh, okay,
because the kitchen looks completely different. They're in there making sandwiches. Six is talking about her name. Blossom calls it weird, and Six says her dad said that's how many beers it took.
6 beers to bang his mom. Or her mom. Yeah.
So that's the
Even though he's
Rio...
the fat tub of goo, and her mom's kind of attractive. Good stuff.
Yeah.
That's
the explanation.
This blew my mind when I saw young Six and young Blossom. I was like, what? Did the makeup department do like a really good job? Like, why are they going so hard? And it wasn't like the scenes they were flashing back were really good. I was like, yeah, this must have been some unaired episode. But yeah, you're probably right. That makes sense, because I forgot about they had that unaired pilot.
Yeah, no, I looked into it. It definitely was the unaired pilot.
Really?
So, I mean,
nice.
I guess good on Rio for using footage from an unaired episode to fill time.
I think it's smarter.
I don't know.
Because it was, I don't know, what they were showing was totally inconsequential. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, did they really do all this work for these nothing scenes? But yeah. So I knew it had to been at some point something that they dropped. But yeah, I forgot about that episode. That's fun. All right.
Yeah. So they're talking about William Zimmerman. He told his friend that he's going to ask Blossom to, quote, go with him.
Yeah.
Go where? That's just a phrase they used at the time. Six's shirt here was just awful. I don't know if you took note of that.
I didn't take note of it this week.
Yeah.
I did talk about, they make sure Lorraine eats
Yeah.
Track Lorraine. They call her the Antichrist.
Yeah.
And then Six says she should volunteer to breastfeed the homeless. And the crowd goes, oh. And I said, I've already forgotten the point of this flashback. Like, what is it?
Right.
What are we doing this for?
And then Six just starts going in out of nowhere on Daryl Hannah. Starts ripping on Daryl Hannah for no reason, out of nowhere. And the phone starts ringing. It's William.
It's Bill.
And he's calling to ask out Blossom. Blossom says she can't go out because it's a school night, so she tells him to come over to her house instead, and they'll pretend that they're studying.
Yeah, he's like VHS and chill. Hell yeah.
Yeah, right. Nice.
And then did you notice this, Sal? We never leave the flashback.
Yeah, I know.
Instead, we go to the drive-in. I said, "Is this part of the flashback? Where are we? Well, I'm lost."
I did know that. I did think that was weird.
My head
transition
peeled
out of it.
open. Are we still in the flashback right now in 2025, Sal? I don't like.
We might be.
You got to get out of the
We might be.
flashback, guys. Rio's dropping the ball here. So they're watching scary movies, and Rhonda likes everything scary. Anthony hates everything scary. And then out of nowhere, he proposes to her,
Yeah.
and she's stalling. And Anthony has
big time.
he has a really good long one-shot monologue. That's some solid acting right there. I mean, that's the shit that gets you into the Dark Knight.
Yeah, that was on his demo for sure. Was this scene?
It was really good. Like,
Yeah,
he
he's
played
like
it really
he's
well.
explaining all the reasons why they should get married, and you know, he's going off, but like you can tell Rhonda's definitely not into the idea of marriage. So she ends up saying no to him. And we get sad music, and Carell Draw goes to commercial break.
Maybe it was the picnic basket, bro.
It might be. Could have been the
Imagine
picnic basket.
bringing a picnic basket on your date.
Right? Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I guess so.
I don't know. Just like a backpack with some Tupperware, maybe, but like actually a picnic basket.
Hey, man, that's some effort. He had to go out of his way to find that.
Yeah, you had to wrestle it back from Boo Boo. Boo Boo, where is the picnic basket? That's my Yogi. Okay, so we're back to Six and Blossom, and again, I don't even know. Is this the flashback? Is this not the flashback? Are we in? Are we out? I don't know. Okay,
right.
We are back to the flashback, and I said, why are we doing this? We meet Billy Zimmerman, and at first I thought it was AC Slater for a second, but it's not.
Well, hang on. Let's just back up a second,
Okay.
because while they're in her room, Six is talking about hooking up with Woody Allen. Even if she could get past the stepfather thing, he still looks like Woody Allen. Blossom calls her a genius, and she accuses her of going out with Vinny just for his looks. So this actually isn't a flashback.
Oh, okay. I'm out.
Yeah, and then she accuses Blossom of like every guy that she's gone out with is only because they're attractive. And then we get the flashback of William Zimmerman coming over to the house.
And how is Blossom pulling these hotties? I don't like that. It's a weird part of her character because she's always been portrayed as kind of like the awkward nerdy girl. But then when Six pointed that, I was like, yeah, that's she's had nothing but like handsome, above average looking boyfriends so far in the run of this show. So I don't know, whatever. And Six always single, except for that one time she swung by Bayside. Or Bayside swung by her, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So we meet Billy Zimmerman, thought it was AC Slater. They awkwardly stumble through flirting. Six is perving on them from the top of the stairs. There's another Sylvia Plath name drop because they love doing that.
Right. But this scene, Curtis, if there's one memory that I have of Blossom from when I was a kid, it's this exact scene right here. And I've been waiting for this to come up. I thought it happened with Vinny, but it doesn't. You're just out.
Go ahead.
No, I remember this exact scene of I in my head all these years I thought it was with Vinny, but with William coming over, them sitting on the couch, and Six sitting at the top of the stairs. So William's talking to Blossom, and he says, "There's something I've been meaning to ask you." And then Six responds. It's a close up of Blossom's face. She's not moving her mouth, and Six responds with yes. And then William's like, "Whoa, how are you able to do that without moving your mouth?" And I remember that scene. I don't like from being a kid. I remember that from the first time that it aired.
Hilarious.
Yeah, and that's one of my only. It's like one of two scenes that I have of seeing Blossom in passing when my older sisters were watching it when it was airing. Is this scene? So yeah, this is the she shouts out Sylvia Plath here because she's able to speak without moving her mouth. I didn't get the reference.
I don't think Sylvia Plath was a ventriloquist.
You don't think, or you do?
I don't think. No, she was like a feminist poet, I believe, an author.
Oh, okay.
Sure, All right.
All right. Yeah. Great reference there. So William asks her if she wants to go steady with him, and Blossom says no. And then he's just like, well, I guess I'm going to go then. See you later, Blossom.
When he asks her to go steady, one old guy, one old male voice in the crowd goes, "Oh!" And I said, "Well, good on this, good on this old guy for investing this deeply in the flashback." The studio audience, right? Yeah. So he asked her to go steady. She says no, and he bounces. All right. Well, that was cool.
Yeah,
out of the
good hang.
flashback, we finally go out of the flashback this time. Sorry.
No,
Good.
yeah, go
All right,
for
I'm
it.
going to continue.
Yep,
We go out of the
I'm good.
flashback. Six asks how Joey handles it, or how Joey handled it. What am I doing? What am I talking about here?
Six is
What
asking
happened?
Joey how Joey took it when their parents split up. And
Oh,
then,
that's the divorce.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
That's the
And
it
then
I'm
we get another
referencing.
flashback.
And Joey and Blossom are talking about the split up. There it is, okay?
Yeah.
Blossom goes, Mom and Dad are arguing about sex and how they don't have enough. And I was like, which is the one that doesn't want to have sex? Because all I know about both her parents is that Nick is like obsessed and will
Yeah.
lie and cheat and steal and do whatever he needs to get it. And her mom
Yeah.
isn't much better. She left and she's out banging the model out in Paris. So like, what was the
Right.
problem here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just not with each other, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I
then
guess.
Joey gives a whoa here, but it's like very early on.
Oh,
Obviously,
your
it's like
camera's
the
frozen.
pilot episode.
Pause.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm back.
Hey, we're back.
Oh,
All right.
Joey says he thinks being married is like one of those all-you-can-eat salad bars. Even if you go back 10 times, they can't say no. And I thought that was a funny line.
I forgot about that. That's pretty good.
Okay, so now Joey is at the kitchen table, and Anthony comes in and crushes his picnic basket into the garbage, along with his
Yeah.
dreams, and the audience awes. He tells
Yeah.
Joey to just open the letter.
Yeah.
And Joey inadvertently gives Anthony some good advice, despite himself. Again, Joey freaking Lawrence, right? He's so good in this scene. Like he's talking
Right.
about one thing, and Anthony's taking something else. He just rides the emotion and tone perfectly in this scene. He finally opens the letter, Sal, and
He got into Arizona State. It's his dream. He's going to be able to look at women and play baseball while his dad pays. And I think
Everybody's
I think two out of those three things are happening because there ain't no way Nick's going to be able to afford.
right.
But I thought the whole thing was that Joey was going to get a scholarship.
Yeah.
So I guess
That's
out
been
the
like
window. I don't know.
10 storylines that have never been talked about again.
Yeah.
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 Uh,
But yeah, the advice that Joey was giving Tony in this was talking about how he should give Rhonda another chance, even though she said, well, he doesn't know, but even though she said no to his marriage proposal. Yeah, that was the whole point of that.
that wraps that up.
Yep.
So out of nowhere, Six asks Blossom how naked men look because she has brothers. And Blossom goes, honestly, they look silly, like partially decorated Christmas trees. And I said, I don't know how that's accurate, but God, that is accurate. Like that
Yeah.
really, that set me for a loop. I was like,
I didn't question it. I was like, all right, fair enough.
I was like, yeah, okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
Six suddenly is like, why am I single? And I was like, why are you single? This is good.
Yeah.
We've never explored this before. Like
Yeah.
Blossom pulls Vinny and all the other hot men dating all the way back to Dorf, right?
Steven Dorff.
Steven Dorff, shout out. And Six is still alone except for the Zach Morris misstep. And we never talk
Right.
about that. And
Right.
suddenly they just transition, and Blossom asks, like, what's going to happen when Joey moves out? And Six goes, well, I'm going to stop coming over here pretending I'm coming to see you, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they turn the lights off, and for this next scene, it's weirdly dark.
Yeah. There's a nice moment at the end where Blossom says she wishes everything could just stay the same the way they are right now. And then Six, the final line is Six wants to go back to talking about the partially decorated Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And we get Carell draw, and that's the end of the episode.
I really like this episode.
Yeah, it
This
was
was a really rare
for a Don Rio,
Rio
it was
victory.
not bad. It was not bad. And they used, again, I guess they finally put to good use those clips from the pilot, even though it did feel a little forced, but it at least worked. It wasn't like a clip show in the sense where it's like, because I'm sure one of those is coming,
Yeah.
where it's like a clip show of just random episodes.
Yep.
And I hate those episodes of sitcoms when they do it. But
This was repurposing.
yeah, for sure. So it kind of worked,
Yeah.
albeit a little bit forced.
Can't really find any flaws in this episode, which is very alarming. Maybe Don Rio
man.
went to a workshp or something.
Yeah, went to a
Maybe
writer's
his
workshop after
superiors-
50 years in the business.
Maybe his superiors sat him down and were like, Rio, you can't write these scripts where you hate women. You can't do it. We're getting some negative feedback from these families, from these moms and daughters sitting down to watch Blossom. And it's
Yeah,
all
totally.
Joey's fantasies of large-breasted women and Buzz hating feminists. Like, you gotta pivot. You gotta pivot away from this.
Yeah.
Your love
Yeah,
of
totally.
your love of 40 swing can't get you out of all these writing dead ends. We're getting actual handwritten hate mail because it's 1993.
Yeah.
People are calling the station. The red light's coming on. They're like, what the hell, Rio? Okay. Oh,
Gotta change it up.
This is going to be a rough one. I need you guys to come with me on this journey for today's lesson, okay?
All right, let's do it.
Because this has the potential of sounding really gay. And I'm okay with that. Just go with it, okay?
Okay.
Blossom saying men look like partially naked Christmas trees really threw me for a loop. And I mean, it could have forever ruined Christmas for me. And she's not wrong. There's a really weird profoundness to it. And it also got me really thinking, so stay with me on this one, okay? This is going to be uncomfortable territory. I'm not talking about porn. I'm talking about just like cheesecake photos. Do guys ever do anything but stand there? I was trying to think back. You think of all the like car and advertising, like you could take a half-dressed woman and like flip her upside down and bend her and she could be on her hands and knees and like draw me like one of your French girls. Do guys ever get anything like that? Have you ever thought in advertising or anything a like half-naked guy where they're trying to sell something for the women where he's not just standing there? Like, have you ever seen a guy crawling in an advertisement? Like, I haven't. It's not
That's a
something
good
I've
point.
really thought about. Like, think about Titanic. If he
Yeah.
draws Rose and then Rose is like, okay, now it's my turn. And it's like not played for laughs. It's the same tone. Leo does the draw me like a French girl pose. Like, that's funny. That's not right. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
like
having a
George
serious-
when he's posing for those pictures.
Yeah, like if Leonardo would do that and she drew it, that would be awkward and hilarious. So is that like the one hot guy pose just standing there? Like there's no variation? I'm trying really hard to think of any sort of advertising. Because I mean, I remember being in like grade 7 and 8 where we first started having like co-ed birthday parties, and the girls would always give each other like hunk calendars.
Yeah.
And I didn't like sit there and like stare at them, but I just remember like while they were flipping through, it was always just like a guy standing on the beach, And then I remember also around that time, we'd give each other like the sexy bikini calendars, and the girls would always be like doing a backflip or like hanging upside down or something, And I don't know. It was my thought of the lesson of the day. Is that something?
That might be
girls find
something. You might be onto
attractive?
something there.
that-
It's an interesting observation.
It's one I've never thought about until this episode of Blossom brought it out of me. And I was like, yeah,
Well,
half
that's
decorated
where-
Christmas tree because
That's where
just
it's set
standing
in your
there.
mind.
So I've just serious question. If you're a girl of age, is a guy like crawling or draw me like one of your French girls? Is that sexy or is that like just stand there and flex your abs, bro? That's my lesson. Is that a thing?
Weigh in the comments. I have
Right.
no idea. I can't answer that question. I'm sorry, but
No,
that's
I didn't expect either of you to. But just
It's very interesting that's where this episode took your mind. But great observation, Curtis.
Thank you.
Shall we get to the pit?
I think we shall.
Okay. Mary Margaret Humes was credited as Carol, but I don't think we saw Carol in this episode. I don't believe there was an appearance of Carol. However, she comes back in season 3, episode 25 as Carol. Yeah. The woman that Nick was going on
Yeah,
a date.
she must have got cut.
Yeah,
Huh.
but still in the credits. Justin Whalen played William Zimmerman in the unaired pilot footage. He also appeared in season 1, episode 8 as Jordan Taylor. That was the episode The Geek. And he appeared once more in season 2, episode 1 as Jimmy. And now he's officially in the pit. And there you go.
Bam.
But it's crazy. I remember that one scene from
That's
when I was
crazy.
a child.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
I was waiting for it to come up.
And it wasn't as you remembered it, but pretty similar.
It wasn't.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
just remember
I'm waiting
6 at
for
the top
that
of the
because
stairs.
I have zero memories of Blossom. But I know I like watched parts of it, you know what I mean? Like channel surfing.
Yeah.
I know I stopped because I was aware of all these characters. So I must have
Of
watched
course.
something. It may have been in the later seasons. Because every time I see that you waited too long, now it just goes to the screensaver thumbnail on Disney Plus. Like I don't know the new characters, but they also seem a little familiar. So I wonder if I caught an episode or two on like season 4 or 5, which all questions will be answered in the next couple of years as we finish this journey. And I also feel like there hasn't been like a whoa, fall back in your chair moment for these pit characters. They've been pretty boring. The one girl that was in Jeepers Creepers was kind of fun, but I'm waiting for that like, you know, this guy went off and led a cult or
Like
something.
like a David Arquette or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a Stephen Dorff.
That's right. Bring him back.
Right? Oh my God. I was texting you that. I was watching the last season of Righteous Gemstones, and I was like, this character sucks. And then I didn't even know it was him. But I was like, his storyline was like, they need to wrap this show up. Because it was just like this dumb other character who, again, looked familiar. And then during the credits, I was like, no, Stephen Dorff, you're better than this. I was literally like, when I saw him, like he did to Alicia Silverstone all those years ago.
Yeah.
The Crying music video.
Yeah. Well done.
Full circle.
All right, man. What do we got next week?
Phenom!
Next week, season 3, episode 17, Car Wrecks and Marriages.
And car wrecks of marriages, I bet.
Correct. We'll get into it.
Speaking of wrecks and marriages, I'm not wearing my wedding ring because I smashed my hand. I haven't told you the story yet. Let's finish with this. Phenom and I were moving a...
Why don't you save it for the next cast?
Yeah? All right.
Yeah, it's about marriages.
The story of my busted hand.
Leave the people wanting something more, Curtis. They want something more.
Well, it's a tease.
Yeah.
You got to tune into Raw next. I'll also reveal who the higher power is. Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
you're going to be disappointed. It was me, Austin.
Trying to think of another Steve Austin line. I think we've exhausted them all.
I think so. Great 316 episode, though.
You talk about your Psalms, your John 3:16s. You thump your Bible and it didn't get you anywhere. Go watch that. Go watch that promo, everyone. The best.
This episode's brought to you by BetterHelp.
You ever feel down in the goddamn dumps?
You ever feel like a low-life piece of trash?
What? I wish you could call BetterHelp and get stone cold. Yeah, I've got these really dark feelings. What? Just him saying what after everything. I think my marriage is over. What? Well, that's a goddamn shame, son. What are you gonna do about it?